It's about that time. Line dance. Let's come on. Talk show. It's about that time. Line dance. Let's y'all ready? Listen. Line dance. Line left, right, keep it clean. We're talking soul line dance with the queen. Play trivia, win some money. And ooh, Marquise, he's funny. You don't have to wonder about Sandra, cause she gon' make it do what it do. We ready, so ready. Now we're just waiting on you to talk. Oh, line dance with the queen. Talk show, line dance. Hey, talk show, line dance with the queen. Talk show, line dance. Hey, talk show, line dance. Let's talk show, line dance. Here we go. Come on, come on. Here we go. Line dance. Here we go. Come on, come on. Here we go. Line dance.
Hey, all right, all right, all right. Hey, Sandra.
Hey, Queen, how are you?
I'm blessed, girl. I'm blessed. Girl, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I am too. It's a beautiful Sunday.
Yeah.
But you were about to tell me you had a good weekend.
Oh, girl, we had a good weekend. I danced all of 2 times in 5 hours. Listen, I did one of the dances and at Marquise Lit weekend. And girlfriend, I did one dance. I said, I can't breathe. I got to sit down. I can't breathe. Seemed like
so did he play Shake a Tail Feather for you?
Did you play Shake a Tail Feather? I know he fired. He's fired. He is definitely fired.
So, of course, he is not on today because he act like he is exhausted from such a wonderful weekend that they had. So I guess we can excuse him for today, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess we can do that, I guess so. We can. But you had a good weekend. What you do?
I relaxed. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I just straight chilled, and I love those weekends. I love it when it's like that. Look at Melva. Melva, I just heard that Marquise saw you this weekend at his event. And I don't know why he called you a cheater, but just because you pay attention and you be up on it, he be hating, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Mark? How are you? It's always a pleasure to see you as well. So, Queen.
So I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Like it was like, when you was like, hey, what time it is? You know how we were last week with prime time. I'm like, man, what time is it?
It's time. Listen, but before we bring our guests in today, I want y'all to fasten your seatbelts. And if you get ready to jump out of the plane, make sure you got your parachute, because we about to take off, baby. We are one of the baddest producers this side of I don't know what's Mississippi. How do you say that thing?
Right.
None other than Dal Tone, the producer.
Hey, everybody. I'm doing great.
Good. It is so good to see you again.
Yeah. Live this time.
Yes.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Not after we have gone an hour into the interview, right?
Right, right.
Yes. Wow. Man, it's awesome. So you know what? I know, right, Brandy? Brandy is like, yay!
Hey, Brandy.
Right.
Hey, Brandy.
That's what we do. We warm up to your music, Dal, in the class.
Oh, okay.
Yes, step off into it.
Okay.
So that's our warm up. And then, you did your remix where it's faster. So we'll start off slow and we'll do a rotation, and next thing you know, we'll speed it up. And boy, we get our workout on. Everybody coming out jackets talking about, "Woo, I'm hot, I'm hot."
Did you know that that remix was done 10 years ago?
Are you serious?
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't release it until 10 years later because I forget who it was. I believe it was Mr. Collie Park, who was supposed to have been working on that song 10 years ago.
Wow.
And he was going to mix it for me. And I don't know how, but I found it in the email and I was like, this is not what I wanted. So I kind of went back and redid it myself and put it out. And people like, oh, you got this new song? I'm like, that's not new.
That's not oh, it's new to us, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead, Dondra. You had to say something?
No, I was just gonna tell Dial. Yvonne said greetings from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Hey, Yvonne.
Hey, Yvonne.
Everybody in LA.
Uh-huh.
So go on, tell us about you, Dial. Who is the producer?
So I am a musician. My main instrument at the time when I started doing producing was bass guitar. Now I play trombone, a lot of different brass instruments, but my main instrument at the time was bass. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. Always been around music. Been in the marching band when I was in high school. Played bass in church. Played drums. Everything in my life from the time I was born was music. Like marching. My father was in the military, so he would make us march. It was 6 of us, 3 boys, 3 girls. I was the baby boy. And man, we would be in the backyard practicing all of these cadence and things that my father was teaching. Then we had to sing in church. I even got a whooping to music, which was weird. But yeah, my mom had a song that she sang when I got out of line. And they had like bongos and tambourines from church and drumsticks, and they'd be clapping this. It was crazy. But we took naps to Beethoven. We cleaned the house to, I think it was Stevie Wonder, The Key of Life, our record or something like that. Like my mom always made sure music was around us. So it got to a point where like by the time I started producing, I didn't realize I was already doing it as a kid. But when I figured out what the equipment did and how to put the music together, it just took off from there.
Okay.
Wow. So Downtown, what's up with you in the trombone?
So I want to give a big shout out to my trombone instructor. His name is Pete Freeman from New York. Me and Pete been working together every Sunday because I kind of got rusty. So I was like, I want to get my chops back. And then there was another level of the instrument that I wanted to learn. And so Pete has been helping me with the music theory, reading, jazz improvisation, all of that other stuff. So pretty soon y'all will hear from me when I'm ready.
That's what I was about to say. Now, when will we hear from you? I'm like, well, you know what, Peter? I'm like, hey, he play like that? Okay. Well, Downtown, I need to hear something real soon.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Well, October, I have a big announcement, so I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that. Hey, you weren't the only one that was whooped into music, because Natasha said her mama, Natasha Cash. I'm not sure who her mom is just yet, but she said she whooped her into music as well.
Me and Natasha got the same mama.
I tell you, man. So hey, I'm about to hate a little bit, okay? Man, I love that. Okay, can you raise up a little bit?
Oh, hey, look at her. Dang, y'all ain't tell me. I ain't get the email. I'm sorry. I ain't get the email. My bad.
Okay. So you know what? I know we're going to have to say this again. But I need to get a red shirt. I need you to tell us, how can we get those shirts?
Okay. So when I first did the shirts, my goal was this was when we did the first interview.
Okay.
My goal was to do something to like represent the line dance community where it wasn't specific to any line dance group, instructor, city. It's just something that any line dancer could gravitate to. So I came up with the shirt that you're wearing. And that thing sold out so fast, I had to fire my t-shirt guy because he was getting so upset making the shirts. Because see, they were coming in so much that I stopped for a while. So it was people going, hey, how can we get our hands on the shirts? I had sold like so many shirts. When I fired him, it was like the best thing ever. Because then I started learning on my own how to connect with other people. And somebody was like, well, you can do different colors. So I'm like, get out of here. So that's when I started dabbling with different colors and different designs and stuff like that. And so I can say you're a red one.
But you know what? Our viewers, I know they're going to want one too. So,
well, okay. So let me say this. I'm working on the official Downtona Producer website. So all the shirts will be available there where you could just go on there and click. Because, at first, you all would just email me. And then I did a good job of like categorizing all the emails and keeping everybody together so I knew what orders went, when they would be mailed out, what sizes and all of that. But the website is going to make it a lot easier for the customer to put all of that information in. So still working on finalizing it, but DowtonaProducer.com is going to be the website. And then I'll make, that public once everything is complete. And you just go on there, pick your shirt, quantity, color, and that's it.
All right. Sounds good. So you have a lot of great things in the workings, and we were trying to decide which is your longest running production, line dance production. Okay. What is your longest running? And I think I know. I'm gonna tell us. I'm gonna let you tell us.
The longest running that I know of is Flashing.
Yes, I was right. I win the prize. I win the money. Yes. In fact, we did that. We went to a lit, what is it called? Concert or weekend. They had a whole weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they played Flashing. And I mean, this place has a big dance floor. I mean, humongous. Man, you couldn't even get on the floor.
Wow.
When they played it, they played Flashing, and everybody, like, all the chairs around there was empty because everybody was on the floor. We really had a good time. So I was like, that's
right. But you know what? I think that could be the biggest one because it targets not just line dancers, but the steppers also actually line dance to that song as well.
Wow. See, I didn't know that.
Yes. Well, I know the ones here in Alabama. When they have a function, that's one of the line dances that they will do.
Okay.
Because now at any steppers functions that I've attended, they may do 3-4 is pushing it, but really 3 songs, and that used to be like one of the songs that they would do.
It's crazy because I have a lot of DJ friends in the stepping community being from Chicago. And they would always say, like, bro, you got to see the floor when your music come on. And so I've been to a couple of stepper sets, and I've seen, like, small functions, but I've never really seen, like, a major event where that song came on. And then there's a comedian who lives here in Georgia who was doing a comedy set. And if you go to my Instagram, it's like 20,000 people.
All right.
And he's not doing a line dance. He's just dancing. That was the first time I got a chance to physically or visually see like a large mass amount of people dancing to that song. The last time I think we was doing this, we talked about Flashing. I got in contact with Boosie Collins. I think his wife got a line dance or something like that. And she contacted me a lawyer contacted me, which scared me because I didn't know what the lawyer was going to say, but kind of found out he was a DJ, and his client was also booking him as a DJ, and he was trying to figure out the song. So the song, again, like the Step Off Into a Remix, is probably 10 years old, but it's just something you do that you love, and you don't realize that it's making an impact. It's almost like I always tell people, like Dr. King or Malcolm X, anybody that was doing something great, they don't realize how great it is while they're doing it. It's not until that moment in history is passed, and then you look back at it like, wow, I didn't know it was going to be that big or that big of an impact. And to see people's weddings, I think there's a video someone sent me where a mom and daughter's wedding dance was to Flash, and they was doing the actual line dance. So that song has done a lot.
Yes, it has.
And one way, Queen. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say,
one way that you can tell good music.
How's that?
It's when it's 10 years old and it's still, I mean, it's like, yes. So
I want to say hello to Yvonne I Am, and I saw Regina Thomas. Hello. Oh, she said she was still in Tampa, but she's on her way home now from Marquis event this weekend. So
it must have been huge.
It was huge. It really was. It was Peter Freeman. Hi, Peter. So
that's my trombone instructor.
That's your who?
That's my trombone instructor, Pete Freeman the Great.
Okay. And Alexa Swirl just tuned in. Regina Thomas. Yeah. Yvonne Cornelius. Yeah, everybody knows Dow Tone, the producer, This famous guy, who produces music. You know what I'm saying?
And one of the things that people would say about your music is they like when you come in and say, Dow Tone, the producer.
Wow. It's crazy because I hated that name for 2 years.
Okay, so tell us, how did you get the name Dow Tone?
So this is an embarrassing story, but I'm gonna tell you. So in 2006, I used to drive trucks for Walgreens, and I was delivering medical supplies. So one day I heard this ad on the radio that they were looking for board operators at the radio station. All I thought of was music. So I'm like, okay, I get to work in music. I applied for the job, got the job. So we get to the radio station. They're training us live over the air in the gospel station. Now, everybody else is interned at some college or some university in broadcast. I'm the only person that just is fresh off the street. So we had this trainer. His name is Jamie. Jamie's probably tuning in. Jamie was supposed to be training and keeping an eye on what we're doing, but Jamie was too busy flirting with some nice looking girls that was in the class. So we had this guy who was like sitting behind he was in the talk studio. I'm in the engineer studio, and he was giving away gas cards. So he would do this all the time. So I think this was like 2008 when this happened, because there was some kind of recession going on. So when he was passing out these gas cards, people were flooding the lines. So I'm manning the phone, and he puts a caller on hold. He said, engineer, put the call on hold. I want to talk to her offline when we come back from commercial. The lady hung up. So when I saw her hang up, I'm yelling at Jamie like, yo, how do I hang up the phone? The lady's not on the line anymore. He's so busy flirting and this, and this. And then all of a sudden, ooh, the dial tone goes over there. And so I'm freaking out. And one of the girls, she goes, you let the dial tone. I hated that name for 2 years. When I came to work, they would not stop calling me that. And so I was like, man, y'all got to stop calling me that name. That don't make any sense. And so 2 years later, it's like 2010, I was at a chiropractor. and the lady at the front desk was listening to iPods, because iPods was big back then. And the lady played Step Off into it. But at the time, there was no name in it. So I said, yo, that's my song. She said, no, it's not. This is so-and-so and so-and-so song. I said, no, that's my song. She said, no, this is the guy at the rink on 87. He made this song. So I got angry because I had no way of proving it that it was me. So probably like a month go by, and my roommate who I was staying with, he calls me. He goes, yo, I'm on the west side of Chicago. I'm at a block club party. He said, can you hear this music? And I'm like, no. So he gets closer to the speaker and he goes, can you hear this? And I'm like, what is it? He's like, it's your music. So I said, who's the DJ? Because I'm trying to figure out if this is the same guy from the girl with the podcast. And so I said, ask him his name. So the guy tells him his name. And he said, where you get this song from? This is a completely different DJ. He said, I made this. I heard him say it with my own ears. I said, you know what? That's it. I got to figure out how to get my name in my music. At the time, there was a producer. His name is Sean, called himself Shot Pro. Me and Sean was real cool. So Sean would always say in his music, let's do it Shot Pro style. And he would say it over and over. And I was like, why do you say your name so many times in your music? And it was because at the time, we didn't know anything about copywriting, copyright infringement, none of this stuff. So we would just put our name in there. And so I was like, all right, well, I went back and re-recorded Dow Tony Producer. And so I think like maybe 3 years later, somebody was like, man, you say your name too much. Take your name out your song. But he was like the minority because everybody else was like, we love it when you say your name. I was like, oh, okay. So I left it in there.
Yes. And you know what? That puts your stamp on your music too. You know, so can't nobody steal it.
Yeah, yeah.
I know your style when it's smooth and hit like, okay, that's got to be downtown. That's got to be downtown. Yes.
So I heard you say that you were talking to some other, I guess, producers.
Mm-hmm.
If you had the opportunity to collab with another producer, who would that be?
If I could, it would be a miracle because he's deceased, but it would definitely be James Brown. James Brown is my favorite producer, musician, entertainer. But if it would be anybody who's living today, it would be Yasin Bey, who used to go by the name Mos Def, Busta Rhymes, of course, Ty Tribbett, who's a gospel artist, CeeLo Green, Timberland, Erykah Badu. I like people who their style of music is not the norm, and or Andre 3000. That would be like that's my five that I would love to work with.
Okay. So tell me this. I heard you say, I believe your background started, I know it started at home as you cleaning and whatnot. But, you also have a background with church, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as you transition, how was that? You moving into that producer.
So that whole thing was, this was probably 2004, 2003. There was this lady I met from Ohio. She had came to Chicago and I didn't know who she was. She started coming to the church I was going to. Her name was Evangelist. I can't remember her name. It'll come to me. But she was like, I'm from Dayton, Ohio. So she was like, I would love for you and your family to come down to Dayton, blah, 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 blah. So I went down to Dayton, Ohio, and there was this guy, his name was Brian Calloway, and he was producing a movie score from a computer. So this guy was the organist at the church. And so I kept asking him, I was like, what are you doing? He was hitting pads and whatever the case is. And so that was the first time I saw anybody producing anything. And so when I saw that, I said, do I need one of those keyboards to do what you're doing? And he tells me, he was like, yeah. I said, well, how much is the keyboard? He said, well, it's about $2,000. I said, well, I don't need that keyboard. he got another one. So the guy was like, well, no, if you want to do what I'm doing, you need this keyboard, blah, 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 blah. So that was my first introduction to it. And it actually came from someone at the church. I stayed in Dayton, Ohio for probably like a year. And I got homesick, went back home to Chicago. And when I got to Chicago, I was constantly like that what he dropped in my head about you need this keyboard. So I'm like, if I can get that keyboard, then I could do what Brian was doing. And so what happened was, as time went on, I got hired at the radio station. And when I got hired at the radio station, there was a guy who had made a platinum record who was producing the commercials or whatever. And so when I talked to him, he told me, you know, what to do to get started. And so when I started going in that direction, nobody from the church was listening to what I was doing. I don't put like lyrics in my music, so it wasn't like derogatory or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But the church that I grew up in was very, very old school, sanctified church. Women had to wear dresses, no makeup. They had to have their head covered when they went to church. And like everything you did was gonna send you to hell. Like everything. You know what I mean? So, and it put so many restrictions on you that when I really started branching out into music, I didn't tell anybody that's what I was doing. You know what I mean? And then what happened was my mom and my sister goes out to like Glenwood, Illinois, to some bowling alley. And they walking in and they got their dresses on and, you know, they getting ready to go bowling. And there's a little room to the right. As soon as you come in, I got to figure out what the name of that bowling alley is. But when you come in, they were playing Step Off Into It. And so my mom said, wait a minute, ain't that my baby song? And so they stop and they go into the little room. And I don't know who the person was, but there was a line dance instructor. They was teaching Broken Stone line dance. And so my mom learned the line dance. So fast forward to 2011, I'm at my mama's house and she got these little shingles on her waist and she's shaking her hips and stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she got a DVD that came with the little shingles and she's doing line dances and I'm hearing the music, Chucky Baby this and Chucky Baby that. And I'm like, what are you doing, mama? So from that point on, when mama was cool with it, it was like, all right, you know, I don't care what nobody else say. If mama like it, I like it.
I know, right? It's amazing how when you get freedom from mom, that frees you across the board. It's like, you know what? Hey, mama's okay with it, then you need to be okay with it. Yeah, that's good. That's funny. That's funny.
It definitely
so
is.
What would you say, what are 3 skills do you think one would need to be a good producer?
The first thing you need is passion. That's not a skill.
Yes.
Like music is so different for me. Even if you're not the most skilled person, I met a guy at this club a while ago. I think his name is Marcus. He's a music connoisseur. He don't play anything. He don't sing. He can't dance. Well, he steps so he can dance. But Marcus was like, bro, I just love music. And he just collects it. And it starts there. So if you have a passion for something, because when you get into creating something, you're going to come across a lot of ideas that don't work. You're going to come across a lot of projects that don't sound good. Or if you're a different type of artist, maybe it don't look good, it don't sell, or whatever the case is. If you don't have that passion, you're going to quit the first time you run into adversity. I mean, you all teach line dancing. So I'm pretty sure when you first started building your classes, nobody showed up, or the word, especially like when Facebook came out, a lot of people was like, well, I invited so many of my friends on Facebook, and that's a whole nother beast. But Facebook ain't real people. You know what I mean? It's real people behind the screen, but people got jobs, kids, different lives, so they don't show up. That could be demoralizing. But if you got a passion for something, it's like what I heard Tony Robbins say. Tony Robbins said there are two types of goals. There's the goal that pushes you, which is typically like, hey, I'm going to stop smoking, or I want to lose weight. You got to be pushed to do that because it's not really something you want to do. I want to work out. I want to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go running. Then there's the second goal. There's the compelling goal. You can be minding your business. That goal will call you. And my wife would tell you there's times where she's like, okay, babe, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm like, all right, let's go to bed. And I'll walk past my computer and I'll touch a button, hear a sound. It's 4 hours later and she sleep. And I'm stuck downstairs doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So the first thing you need to be a producer is passion. The second thing you need is when you get into producing, you got to have understanding of what you do, who you are, because when I first got into producing, I ran into a lot of obstacles and hurdles. And so I started trying to like gravitate to who this person was as a producer or this sound. I think at the time Soulja Boy was coming out, Lil Jon was big. So that sound from Atlanta was really taking over. And I didn't gravitate to that kind of music. And there was this guy that I was telling you about from the radio station. He made a platinum award-winning song, one song. So everybody in the radio station was like, yo, Dal Tony, if you really want to learn how to produce, go holler at this guy. So I said, all right, cool. The guy told me, he said, you bring me $2,800 and I'm going to show you everything you need to know about being a producer. So this is my first introduction into learning how to produce. I said, okay, cool. I waited till I got my income tax. I hit him up. I said, yo, I'm ready. He said, all right, I want you to go to this guitar center on the north side of Chicago, blah, 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 blah. Get the equipment. When you get it, I'm going to show you how to work everything. Now, I don't know anything about producing. The only thing I ever heard was a guy in Ohio tell me to get a keyboard that costs $2,000. So when I talked to the guy at my job, I said, what is it that I need to do? He said, you got a pen and a pad. I literally remember this. I wrote down what he said. He said, you won't get an iMac. So I wrote iMac. He said, you want to get Logic because Logic works. It's a software that works with iMac. So I wrote Logic. He said, and you need an interface. So he said, go to the Guitar Center, get these products, come back and see me, and I'm going to teach you everything you know. I said, cool. I go. I give the guy behind the counter the list. He pulls out an iMac. At the time, Logic was in a box that was about like this big and about that wide, and it had books in it. It had a CD to download it to your computer and all that other stuff. Now Logic, you could just download it, go online and click a link. And so he says, you need an interface. He gives me an interface, and I go home. I don't know what I'm doing. All this stuff is sitting in the box. I go to work. I say, yo, I got everything you said, blah, 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 blah. And the guy goes, what you talking about? I said, you told me to go to do. He said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. So I thought he was joking. So I'm laughing, and the guy's like, no, what did you get? Let me see what you got. So I showed him the receipt. I said, I got Logic. I got this. Blah, blah, blah. Now, I've never heard of none of this stuff, so I can't make it up. He said, no, I didn't tell you to do that. I said, you told me. He said, no, I told you to get this and get something called Digital Perform. I don't know how to use Logic. I can't teach you nothing. That was my first introduction to learning how to produce. So what I found out later was he didn't want me to take his spot. I don't make the music he makes, but he was nervous that this young kid, if he learns how to produce, I'm meeting Jamie Foxx, I'm meeting T-Pain, I'm meeting all of these celebrities, Ice Cube. I'm at the radio station, we taking pictures. I'm seeing them all the time. So he figured he's younger than me. If he makes the music that these artists like, then they will stop coming to him and they'll start coming to me. So I just started playing around with my keyboard and all this other stuff. One day I go in the hip hop station and they were on a commercial break and I put a CD in. I said, tell me what you think about this song. They didn't have vibe to it. He walks in and he's handing them the commercial for the next spot block that they're getting ready to do. And he said, that's nice. What is that? And they pointed at me. He changed his whole compliment and said, that's cool. Just keep working on it. You'll be all right. And let me show you what my son did. And so I started running into that. So if you don't have passion and know who you are coming into this game, people will deter you from making music. What? They'll make you change your whole style and everything. Mm-hmm. And so, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, I don't know if there's drama like that in the dance community, but there's people who look at you and they become nervous. And I was shocked because I'm like, I hadn't made a song yet. Why would you be nervous about somebody who's clueless to what you're doing? So when I finally put out a song, which was Step Off Into It, it was the first song I did. I took it to a club. I was still driving trucks at Walgreens, and my coworker, I didn't know it, but he was like one of the top steppers at the time. And he used to always come through the warehouse and would scream because it was a big echo, make it step, baby, make it step. And I would get out of here, you know. So one day I'm coming to work and I'm playing Step Off Into It in my car. And he go, what's that? I said, it's just something I'm working on. He said, can I see it? We go to a club called 3Gs. The DJ was E.T. Taylor from V103. And he's playing this song by DJ Quick called Get Down or something like that. And as he's playing the song, I hand him the CD. I say, yo, don't play this over the speakers. Just play it in your ear and tell me what you think. He heard like 5 seconds of it and faded it right into DJ Quick's song and turned DJ Quick's song off. And I was like, no. So when he did that, the club went crazy. And it was like from that point on, I found my lane. I found what sound that feels good to me and obviously feels good to other people. So that would be my second thing. And then the third thing that I would say when it comes to producing is just educate yourself, learn to get better. I take trombone lessons. I have a production course that I do because in producing, everything is moving towards technology. So as these things change and new plugins, that's what sound effects are called. They're called plugins. As these things come out, all of a sudden, you got to know how to, be able to navigate these new pieces of equipment. So always educate yourself, have passion, and just know who you are.
Yes. You said one thing. You said you don't know if we have that in the line dance world. I was like, of course not. But I wanted to ask you, how does it make you feel when you make a new track or a new production, you produce a new song, and then somebody contacts you or you go on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and they've made a dance to your music, to the song? How does that make you feel?
The first time I've ever experienced that was when I saw Roland Ford teaching Broken Stone to Step Off Into It. Okay. I didn't know what was going on because I didn't know line dancing was that big. Like I thought line dancing was like scooting boots. You got the boots, the big hat, and you square dance and it's moving your shoulders and all of that. And then when I saw what they was doing, I was like, that's dope. I like that. And then all of a sudden I started what's her name? Lady Dr. Martin Muhammad. She's the one who created Flash.
Okay.
And I met her and we did a concert together. And she has, I think, Dancing Dons and Diva or something like that. Okay. Divas and Dons or something. And she's out of Chicago. So when I saw what she was doing, it still hadn't really set in that somebody was making line dances to my music. When Flashing took off, that's when I started getting those phone calls. Okay. People was like, yo, you got to make me a song like Flash. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
That's cool. is you make some awesome, awesome music, and when we dance to it. But something you said, the three things you told us about, the three things you have to have: the passion. I was gonna say, I agree. I totally agree with the things you said because, like, you can have passion for it. If you don't have passion for it, I mean, somebody will take it away. Or
Mm,
they will like, oh, that don't sound good, or that dance is not good, and you choreograph that. Don't nobody want to do that. As
mm.
far as the line dance part, people will take it away from you if you let them.
Wow.
If you let them. Like you said, when I choreographed the first dance, they was like, "What is that?" No,
Mm.
it wasn't there. And even today, when I make a new dance, it's because it's something I like. First,
Right.
it starts with liking the music. I have to feel the music because
Right.
just because a song is popular or whatever, if I don't feel the music, then I don't want to dance to it. And if it has
Mm.
a lot of cursing and stuff, that's out. If there's no clean version, next. I want to
Right.
go to the next song. So that's what motivates me. The fact that my team, I've made a couple of gospel dances, and my team would dance to those songs and they feel it. So that's what happens when I hear your music. I used to call you all the time because you say,
Yeah.
go again. I used to call you all the time because I was like, Dow, you got this new one, you got some new music. Dow, look, I made a dance to your song. I don't, right? And that
Yeah.
next song. And I
Uh-huh.
gave the dance, why don't you?
Right. Right. The
Right?
opposite.
Yeah, the opposite. And so we made a dance to that, and it was like just explosive. We had so much fun, with that. So I love your music.
And see, that's the thing for me. Like,
Mm.
I've never had anybody tell me they don't like my music. My wife is probably the only person who told me that. I don't like that song. But she was saying that while I'm making it. You know what I mean? But she did tell me she didn't like step off into it because she was hearing it so much she got tired of it. But that's probably it. And the reason why I say that is because when I started making music that felt good to me,
Mhm.
I literally could care less what anybody said that didn't like it. So it was like when I'm making the song, and my wife would tell you there are songs upon songs that I have made that I've just flat out deleted. And my wife would be in another room and she'll go, whoa, 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 you deleted that? I'm like, yeah. Why? I like that song. I'm not feeling it. I can't get into it. So it's like if I don't feel it, I can't keep creating. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So when I got to the point where I knew what felt good, once I knew what felt good, it didn't matter what people said, what their opinions were. Um, Somebody put me in a producers competition one time, and there was this one particular guy. I didn't know he was a producer at the time, but Chicago has a certain style of skating called JB. So they have JB skate music that they make with that style. I don't make that music. So they put me in a head-to-head competition with the last year's winner, and I won. And everybody was angry because they were like, "Oh, they cheated. The votes is rigged, and blah 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 blah
Mm.
blah." So they put me in another. I moved up to the next level and started battling this other guy, and we were like neck and neck. I think he won by like 4 votes. And so when he won, this guy got on Facebook and he made this derogatory post talking about my music. I know that's right. Y'all not gonna let a stepper producer come up in here and dog out one of ours and blah blah blah. And I I got so hot, I called my guy. I said, "Yo, who is dude right there?" He said, "Oh, that's so and so from North Carolina." I said, "We need to ride to North Carolina." That's how mad I was because you know what I mean. Like he went so far beyond like extra effort to let it be known that he was not upset with my music. He was just upset that I was in this competition. I didn't put myself in the competition. Somebody, had put me in there. And so when I got that angry, it took me like some years. Every time I thought about dude, I was like, if I see him, it's on. You know what I mean? Like as soon as I see him, it's on. And it took maybe like 5 or 7 years before I could literally think about that, and it passed me up, and it didn't bother me. But to let somebody have that much control over you and what you create and what feels good to you is ridiculous. So when that happened, I just started really gravitating to what I love, and when I did that, it was like the line dance community just came out of nowhere. Like the steppers, they love downtown. The skaters, they love downtown. But the line dancers is another beast. It's like I've never been supported that much by a group of people in my life until the line dancers came into the picture. And so people would, like, I have DJs would call me now, stepper DJs. Man, when you gonna make something new? I said, I'm making something new all the time. I ain't heard nothing because you don't line dance.
Okay. And
So it's like,
audience.
when you find somebody that loves what you love and you can share that, it's a magical feeling.
Yes, it is. Definitely.
So I heard you say that you did a concert.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like?
So this is weird because, and Queen know what I'm about to say. I'm a producer. So what a producer does is we sit in front of a computer and we literally create a song. We produce the song. Queen said, I gotta have you come down to Tampa. And I was like, what am I gonna do? She was like, I want you to come down. And so Joe was like, baby, he's a producer. She said, I know what he is. I still want him to come. So this is the same thing. It's been happening to me for years. This is like 2012. I was contacted by a DJ, and the DJ goes, yo, they got this big venue out in Indiana, the Horseshoe Casino, or whatever the casino was. I think it was the Horseshoe. And they had like the Dramatics, they had the JBs, they had the Emotions, they had a guy named Marcel Griffin, and they was like, we gotta have you come out there. I said, do what? He said, I don't know, but the guy wants to meet with you. So I go meet up with this guy. The guy says, I want you to perform. I said, perform? I produce music. I create it. Like, what you want me to do? He said, I don't know. He said, but I'm going to pay you, and your job is to get everybody out their seats. Man, my wife would tell you I was so nervous because I was like, I don't know what they want me to do. So my buddy he said, I tell you what, I'll come out there and I'll play saxophone. I said, all right, you do that. And so the DJ said, give me a lineup of all your music. So I gave him the music. And so I'm still thinking, like, it's like 2 hours away from me getting on stage. What am I supposed to do? I get to the stage, and one of the hosts of the event say, can I get my line dancers on this side? And let me get my steppers on this side. I didn't have to do nothing. That DJ hit one of them buttons, that music came on, them people went off. I was just on stage. And they paid me for it. So it was like, I ended up meeting lady Martin Muhammad, who created Flashing. So I had her do the dance to Flashing. And so that kind of made up as a performance, but the people weren't paying her no attention. They was doing the dance with her. So I was like, okay. So it was like a surreal experience because I had a dressing room, I had my name on the door. I'm in the back with I think it was Boys II Men was back there one time. It was Mint Condition. They had the Emotions open up for me. I'm like, y'all got this backwards. You know, it was a surreal experience, but that let me see that people, when they love music, they don't care how it is presented to them. They just want to hear their song. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, Dow, too, and that's how God can bless you. When you least expect it, you know, like you said, God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do when I get to this place, you know, but he make provisions. And like you said, oh, you just stood on stage and they put the music on, hit the button, and people just went crazy over your music, you know. And so he makes provisions, you know, he always makes provisions. And I love it.
And it's like when it goes back to passion. When you give yourself to something you love, it doesn't matter if you get paid for it or not. You enjoy it so much, you just keep doing it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I would say to anybody, whether you producing, whether you creating a line dance, whatever it is, if you absolutely love it enough to do it for free, in due time, it'll take care of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so for the line dancers, because we got to get out of here. We always enjoy you. You know, I'm like, man, 50 minutes. Where has the time gone?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, what's the latest music you have for the line dancers?
Okay, so the newest line dance that's been created is called the Candy Lady. That is a line dance that's done by Shawana Moore and her group, Y'all Ready Line Dancers. I think they're out of Indiana. Candy Lady is a song that I put together, and I don't know why. Like this is weird. So like when I make music, I see things. So if I'm making a song, I literally can see what's happening to the song. So growing up in Chicago, when you live in the hood, you don't go like we didn't eat Pizza Hut and stuff like that a lot because you got little restaurants right there in the hood you just go to. We didn't go to like Kmart, and I think it was like Zayre's, Kmart, Ventures. Those were the stores back in the day. We would go to a lady that lived down the street on the corner who sold candy on her back porch. So the music made me see her. So I called the song Candy Lady, and Shawana was like, let me put something together to that. I said, sure, do what you got to do. I'm not a line dancer. I just respect what you guys do. So that's the newest line dance. But the newest song I just released is a feature I did with a DJ. He's a Christian DJ named DJ Radical. It's called It's a Vibe. And it's on YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. It's on any digital platform. It's weird because I tried to play that song on, I put up a video playing that song on IG, and they flagged my page. I'm like, hey, this is my song. But that's because it's on those digital platforms. So yeah, those are the main two. And then right now I'm working with 2 fitness instructors. So now the fitness community has gravitated to what I do. And I'm starting to work with, I'm not going to say Zumba dancers, but there's one instructor, he does extreme hip hop fitness. And then he has a brother that's just, I absolutely love him. So we're working together on new music. So some of that music will be kicked back to like the line dancers, but it will be specifically for their fitness routine.
Okay.
Got it. Wow, I'm looking forward to that one. When are you supposed to release that?
September, I think, is the deadline.
Okay.
All right. So I'm looking forward to that announcement in October.
Yes, ma'am. As long as I'm working with Pete, I'll be ready.
You ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
And look, people,
I'm rusty, so I gotta get back right. You know what I mean?
Okay, it's not gonna take long at all. I have that. I believe in that. And you know, a couple of the ladies. One of the viewers said that she think Flashin won an award at the UC Star Awards. Are you familiar with that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, the UC, that's a huge event where line dancers from all over the world goes up in Baltimore in January.
Okay.
And votes are cast on various things and categories. And they were saying, I'm not sure what year it was, but Lady T, Katrina Daniels out of Tennessee, she confirmed it and said that it did win an award at the UC.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
See, you never know. Reginald said line dancing is the passion for our
You
know.
See, now we gotta get Reginald on so I can get a better understanding of that.
Okay.
I know some of the line dances, and like when I came to Tampa, you all were doing flashing. What was the brother name? Man, I can't think of his name, but he had a line dance he did to Charlie Wilson's song.
Talking about Cole? Jerome?
No, he must be talking about Lamont.
Yeah, Lamont.
Oh, Lamont. Oh, you talking about I'm Blessed.
Yeah. So I was watching it, and I'm like, okay, somebody got to show me this. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I can understand the sentiment of that, the passion of our feet. Yeah, being able to move to how you feel.
Yeah. I was gonna say downtown too. When I called you to come to Tampa for our symposium, you was like, "Well, I have to learn flashing. I can't
Yeah.
come here and not know the dance." So he said he had to go online or wherever he went or
Yeah,
talk to.
I had to YouTube it because I knew of the dance, but like I said, I was never really exposed to line dancing. It's like now, it's technology is so great. If you
Mhm.
go on YouTube and you YouTube something, it'll start suggesting more line dance videos to you. So
Yes.
it's like now I start to meet instructors. I'm meeting other line dancers, producers, and stuff like that. I had a guy um, hit me up and he said, "Hey, I was referred to you. I'm looking for a line dance instructor." I said, "No, you're not. Not for me." But I got him some help. I found somebody to help him out. So it's like, you start to find yourself getting surrounded by this community. And
Mhm.
I love it, man. One of the things I love about the line dance community is everybody can participate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because everybody, all you got to do is know the steps. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
in the stepping community, you got to know how to step. If you don't,
Yeah.
But line dance, if you
Amen.
learn that dance, you good.
Yes.
Yes. One other thing with any events, do you have any, or okay, let me rephrase that. Have you been invited or will you be attending any line dance events here soon?
I was invited to several, but then COVID hit, and everything just kind of like I haven't heard nothing since then. You know what I mean? A lot of people that I was getting to know in the line dance community really got sick because of COVID, and then it was like from that point on, any events I haven't been hearing about them, haven't been put in the loop of them. So it was like COVID kind of slowed a lot of stuff down.
Okay. So, not trying to get all in your business, but how far are you from Mapleton, Georgia?
Mapleton,
Uh-huh.
what, like 11 miles?
Are you serious?
Mapleton like 12 miles, 15 miles. It's past your mama house. It's got to be like 15 miles. Like 15 miles.
Okay, Dial.
30-minute drive.
Dial, you and White, well, yeah, White, drop the kids off. Y'all drop the babies off at
Okay.
mom's. Okay. Because I'm gonna be in Mapleton at Adrian's
Okay.
event this coming on the 14th, May 14th.
Okay.
It's on a it's a day party that she's having.
Okay.
May 14th. Adrian Woods.
Okay.
We'll be in touch. I'm gonna have to see
Okay.
so
Okay.
that y'all can come and dance with us a little bit,
As
Okay.
long as y'all teach me the steps, I'm good. I keep up. I try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Hit the Floor Line Dancer says, I love downtown music. It's just a struggle to get the songs on Apple Music. Can you tell them how
So
to do about
Apple has two platforms. The original platform was iTunes. Apple, you can stream it and listen to it. iTunes, you can download it. So
Okay.
if you are not getting the music, the newer music is on like Apples and stuff like that. The old music is on Bandcamp.com. So like
Okay.
a lot of the
What is-
old songs is Bandcamp, BANDCAMP.com.
Yeah.
And then you go to the search engine, you just type in Downtown. Downtown, the
Okay.
producer, I'm sorry, because there are other artists named Downtown.
Okay. Downtown, don't forget to put Let's Talk Soul Line Dance added to your bio.
Yes, I sure
Down here.
will. I sure will.
Okay. Because I guess people don't think of all the things they do. You're
Mhm.
leaving a legacy. So,
Wow.
that's a great one to put on your bio that I was a guest on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, not once, but twice.
Right. Right. The first time it was different though.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Right.
we gotta go, we gotta move on. We're gonna go to our trivia break. I promised them a trivia. Melva, you on there?
Uh-oh.
Melva she win all the time. She win. So what we do downtown is we have each one of us to do a trivia, okay, and the people can win some money.
Okay.
So something that we talked about, we asked them a question of something that we said or you said, and then if they answer correctly, then they win some money. So we're giving away $5 for each answer. There's Melva. She
Okay.
got her smiley face. Anyway, $5 for each correct answer. And so, would you like to start, Dal?
If I ask this question, she's probably gonna get it because it's the easy one.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Should I be difficult or should I say something easy?
Yeah, get at least go halfway.
Mhm.
Okay. How much was the keyboard the guy in Ohio told me? She gonna get it.
Oh yeah, Melva take good notes. She don't play. And some of the others too.
Y'all gonna pay Melba's car note listening to this.
I know, right?
See?
All right, Sandra.
And 2,000. That's correct?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Congratulations, Sandra. She's listening. Okay, you got one, Zandra?
Yes. What is the instrument that I asked Dalton about early on? That he plays. I asked him about an instrument that he plays or made reference to. And he gonna come back in October with an announcement. Oh, all right, Alex.
All right. Alexa.
Yes.
Alexa,
Yes.
Okay. Alexa.
Swirl.
Okay. All right. Y'all doing good. Y'all doing good. So my question is, name 3 of the people that Dalton said that he would love to collaborate with.
That's a good one.
Now that's a good one.
Yeah, I should have thought of that one.
I know, right? That's what I was saying. He gave 5.
Yeah.
So you only asking for 3.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
That's a tough question.
It's tough. That's tough. My bad.
I don't know.
They typing.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
They typing.
There, see. Oh, there we go.
Wait a minute. Is that third one?
All of them correct.
All of them correct? All right, Alexa. All right. All right, Dal, you have one more? So we can do 4? Or Zandra, one of you have one more? We want to give money.
Let me see. If I ask this question, would they be able to get it?
Ask it, Dal.
Where was the lady? What facility? Let me see. How can I put this? The lady who was playing my song on the iPod, where did I meet her at?
You ask some easy questions, Dal.
Queen don't know. I just looked at her face.
I know. I missed that one. I think you see the smoke coming up. They probably remember.
Let's see.
I see if anybody answers.
And you know, today, no, it wasn't. No.
I think that's the hardest question.
Uh-huh.
Watch Melva. Watch Melva.
Melva gonna get it.
Watch. So, hey, y'all know while they're thinking, y'all know it's May 1st. Anybody got a birthday today? Or the coming week?
Yeah.
I know Mother's Day is coming.
Yeah, that's next Sunday.
Yes.
Wow, no.
Wasn't at the store. Wasn't the line dance party.
Dal, you may have them. See, I wouldn't have asked that because I thought it was easy.
You thought it was too easy? I thought it was too, but I don't know. Somebody might catch it.
Yeah, somebody might. They rewinding right now.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But
I don't know
yeah,
what part of the when I said it.
I
I
heard,
heard it. But what, Sandra? Come on. Come on, extra.
it.
She
I
just flat
don't
out said, I don't know.
So
Excuse me.
downtown, while we still giving them some time,
Okay.
are there any shout outs that you would like to give? See what I tell you. Didn't I tell you Melvin was gonna come through?
She got it. It was at the chiropractor. She probably did go back and rewind it. Like, wait a minute.
Never don't play.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Adrian. I just talked about you, Adrian. I'm trying to get Dow and Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. to come with me on the 14th. But anyway, say what, Dow?
To Mableton?
Yes, Mapleton, Georgia.
I was just down the street from Mableton yesterday. I was in Lithia Spring.
Okay.
That's like next door almost.
Okay.
So she'll know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said shout outs. Definitely got to shout out you all. I enjoy y'all podcast. I enjoy the energy, the guests. I enjoy y'all participants, the games y'all play. Again, I have to shout out my instructor, Pete Friedman, for checking out the podcast. We usually do our trombone lessons on Sunday around this time. So a lot of time when I'm catching y'all, I'm leaving that and coming into the podcast.
Okay.
So, I want to give a shout out to him. And then to just the whole line dance community. I love that energy. You know what I mean? Every time I see videos of line dancers, the energy in the room that's what makes me like, you know what? I want to make another song. Just watching that energy. So that's my shout out.
You forgot somebody.
Uh-oh. Who that? Joe?
No, the lady behind you.
Oh, well, she know I'm always rapping for her. She came down to Temple and did she did some yoga. And your poor husband was trying to get in them poses.
So is she still into the yoga?
My wife is. She doesn't teaches it. She doesn't teach it as much as she used to, but she's still certified to teach yoga. Right now, she's going to school for herbology to teach how to heal the body with herbs and natural medicine. So she's always doing something with healing, meditation, herbs, something of that nature.
I'll let poke her head in so everybody can see who she is.
She said, she's doing it. Y'all got to look right when y'all get on her.
Okay, all right then.
Yeah.
So see, Dal, I told you.
Right.
Yes, I told you.
She said, hey.
Adrian just said she tried to order a T-shirt.
Okay.
So I told you I knew we were going to have to come back and talk about it at the end of the show. Mm-hmm. So please let us know what we need to do, because I need a red one.
Does it have to be red, or what's your favorite color?
I like colors, so
it don't matter. I know Queen is green. You like green.
Yeah.
I love Kelly Green. I love red. I just love colors. Okay.
So as of right now, if you want to order I Line Dance t-shirt, all you have to do is email Daltone TP T as in Tom, P as in Paul at Gmail. Daltone TP at Gmail. Just do your size, your quantity, and there are two fits. When I first started doing it, we were doing the just universal. This is a universal unisex shirt, but we do have the female fit that's more, towards the contour of a woman's body. But in the coming future, I will have my website running, and you can just go there and put your own color, everything in. It'll be DaltoneProducer.com. But right now, you can just email DaltoneTP at Gmail.
All right.
I
So,
reversed the letters. So dial tone TP
Mhm.
That
At
at
producer.
Gmail.
gmail.com.
Correct. Yep.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you email him at that address that you see listed, you will be able to order a shirt. I'm not sure which color, but you can order I Line Dance shirt from Downtown.
All colors are available. It's just that the manufacturer sometimes they'll be out of certain colors. Like I had a person email me for orange, and that's a popular color. And this has been like 6 months straight. They are completely out of orange. They can give you like heather orange or some other variation, but that bright, beautiful orange that she was looking for is always sold out. So it just depends on if they got it in stock.
Okay. Sounds good. So, I mean, Dow, it's just been an awesome pleasure to have you on again. And thank God that we have another chance to look. We have
Well,
another
she asked that. Let them see yours.
Oh, yeah. Mine's got my name in it. Dow
Oh, that's different. Oh, I guess I could have did that. My bad.
Yes. So
Well, wait, Dow, do you still produce this one?
Yeah, I have both of them.
Okay, so this is one, and
this is two.
That's the second one.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, cause see y'all on mine. Let me.
Don't show too much, Nancy.
No stripping.
I know, right?
This is a family show.
So on this one, down on the end. Let me reverse this thing. Here it is. It has his logo here on the bottom of the shirt, but on the other one, it's at the bottom of the writing.
Well,
right?
the
still
name,
have it?
let me see if I can do this right. Okay, there we go. The name is here on this one, and then it still has the logo.
Gotcha.
Inside.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how mine's is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I just know I saw purple. Somebody posted purple. So I know somebody is already looking for a purple. So that means I can just go to the warehouse and be like, hey, I need a purple.
And someone, Alexa asked, how much are the shirts?
They're 25. Flat rate is just 25.
25. Okay.
Shipping is included everything. So you don't have to worry about paying 25 plus the shipping.
Okay.
Okay. So how do we pay?
You can do Cash App, which is Dowtone TP, $, Dowtone TP, through Cash App.
Okay. Got it. So Dowtone, if you were to give us a dance for those who may not know flashing, if you were to give us a line dance a line dance of the week, what would it be? From your
line dance of the week for me would be No Skating Allowed.
Yes! Oh, yes! I think that would be a wonderful one. I really do. I really think that would be a one. It's funny though, when we made that dance, it says no skating allowed. And almost the first step in the dance is us skating. But we love it because we close out that song saying, hey, Dowtone, let's get it, Dowtone. So yeah, we love that. Would be a great one. That would be a great one.
Yeah. And so one other thing, Deidre Smith, just add TP to the end of Dowtone at Gmail. It's Dowtone TP at gmail.com.
That's what she has, isn't it?
No,
Sandra
missing
Cook?
the TP.
Oh, Sandra?
No, Deidre.
Oh, Deidre. Oh, okay. Oh, got you. Yeah, because that's where it says Sandra. So that stands for Dowtone, the producer. So the TP, just so you know, it's a T and a P. With the
I had to put that on there because when I first started making music, it was actually artist named Dowtone. and they were rappers. So I'm like, well, if they the rapper, I'm the producer. So
There you
that's where it came from.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, and
Look,
give me what is that Cash App $ what?
It's $ Dowtone TP. So you put the $ first, all one word. $$ Dowtone TP.
just like his email, but just put a dollar
Right.
sign in front of it. Take off
Right.
the at Gmail.
Got it.
So we ask everyone to like, share, and subscribe to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. What we want to do, or what the goal is for this platform, this podcast, is there are line dancers around the world. Okay, but we promote the what is that, country line dance, promote, but we don't promote one another as much as we could. Not to
Right.
say we don't, I say as much as we could. So this is a platform where all the line dancers around the world, instructors, line dancers, we even have, of course, producers and music artists on here. So, but it's all about line dancing. So people can come on from anywhere. We're missing our friend from Sandra. Oh my God.
London.
Yeah, from London, England. She's on here every week, but I had to check on her, make sure she's okay, because it's 12 o'clock midnight there when we come on at 7 here.
Wow.
But she comes on every week. So I haven't seen her today, so I just need to check on her, make sure she's okay. But we want to say thank you, Dowtone, for coming on and being a blessing again for us. It's just been a pleasure having you. It's always good to talk to very positive people. And you're always so positive when we talk to you. So, and then the information that you gave us, I'm going to close with this part. Let's Sandra has something. 3 things that you need to have in order to be a producer. But I'll say also, to be a good line dance instructor, you have to have the passion for what you're doing. You have to know what and who you are. And then you have to continuously educate yourself, because some people feel like they've made it. And it's okay if that's the way you feel, but I'm not that way. I want to constantly learn. I want to constantly learn more and more and more about line dance and improve myself every day that I can,
Yeah.
And they say that when you have a passion for something, that almost every day of your life, you go to something related to that.
Yeah.
Like you probably listen to music every day, of your life. And with me, I'm looking at videos on YouTube, line dances. What about you, Zandra?
Yes, it may not be every day, but
So,
yes,
yeah, for the most part.
yes.
When somebody else is doing something else, we're online looking at line dances and trying to learn a new one. So we have all the information about how to order a shirt from Dowtone, and his Cash App is right there on the screen. And we have the dance of the week is okay. I'm gonna be good. No skating allowed. So y'all go look at on YouTube to the dance No Skating Allowed. So that was one of ours, the Line Dance Connection, and we appreciate you, Dow. It's been such a
Appreciate you all.
pleasure. We never close our podcast without saying saying my mother always said. She said, "Love is no good unless you give it away." So here's some of ours.
Thank
And
you. I appreciate it.
we want to thank you so much. Wait a minute, let me see if I can find my little thing, Dondra. Oh, that's not.
No.
That's it right there.
Okay.
I'm learning. Look, I got a new board, a Road Pro, a Rodecaster
Okay.
Pro. So I'm learning how I need to like mark them what they are, because I put the birds tweeping and Marquise always get mad because I had clapping for Zandra, but I had people laughing for him. And that was not gonna work. But again, thank you, and continue to make good music for us to dance to. We really appreciate you. And if there's ever anything that we can do to help promote your music, just let us know. When you put out your new music, just let me know and we'll announce it on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance.
Cool.
Yes.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
That's it. And y'all put him to work. Go and get bottom shirts. Make him go to
Yeah.
the warehouse, y'all.
Make me go to the warehouse.
Put him to work.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
So-
you again, Dal. It has been a pleasure. And I hope I can see you all on the 14th
On the 14th.
in person.
In person.
Okay. Just make sure you send me all the info so I can make sure I'm there.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Thank you so much.
And I'm going to send my information for my shirt.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. All right. And now you know
Love you all. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thanks for tuning in. And we see y'all next Sunday. Same time, same bat station, 7 o'clock, YouTube and Facebook. And our guest next week is, oh my God, I can see her so clear. I can't think of her name. But she's from Tampa. She's the instructor for Purple Passion. So she'll be here next Sunday. So tune in. We have another great instructor coming on, and we look forward to seeing you. Dalton, be blessed. Tell your wife the same, okay? Kiss the
I
kids
will.
for us. Love you.
I will. Love you all.